Love hurts you the most when you take it for granted. Depression settles in when your castle's not enchanted. The feeling of losing your love that you once planted leaves you unexplained and your heart feeling slanted. Love hurts you the most when you take it for granted. Depression settles in when your castle's not enchanted. The feeling of losing your love that you once planted leaves you unexplained and your heart feeling slanted. I'ma tell you how it is and how it's been now. It's been a very long mile and I don't know how it could hurt me this way, and you don't allow my spirit that I'm bending on my knees to bow. What hurts me the most, you won't admit you were wrong, and now I sit here crying on the inside, not strong, expressing my life on this very last song. And you told me you loved me, but now I see that you're gone. And I gave you a rose for every time I hurt you, but you threw it on the floor and pressed it on through. If this is life and how it is, then it's not worth living, cause I'm spilling my heart and I haven't been forgiven. I lay and reminisce on how we used to smile when my tears start flowing so heavy like the Nile. See, I'm empty and cold for how this turned out, cause you placed me in the back of your mind to fade out. Love hurts you the most when you take it for granted. Depression settles in when your castle's not enchanted. The feeling of losing your love that you once planted leaves you unexplained and your heart feeling slanted. Love hurts you the most when you take it for granted. Depression settles in when your castle's not enchanted. The feeling of losing your love that you once planted leaves you unexplained and your heart feeling slanted. You're always in my heart every night, every day. Remember when we used to stay up late to play around with each other as our heart used to race. I used to make you laugh and your smile would embrace, and now it's all a memory. I'm thinking in space. This love that I'm expressing, it could never be erased. I used to call you on your cell just to hear your voice. Emotions hidden inside, I needed to rejoice. And now I find myself typing at your old number, wishing you would answer, but all I feel is number, cause the number I have called has been disconnected. All I did was love, never disrespected. I miss you so much, never wish you were neglected. Me as your spirit, cause you left me infected. A sickness of holding your hand just one last time before I leave you permanently for a lifetime. Love hurts you the most when you take it for granted. Depression settles in when your castle's not enchanted. The feeling of losing your love that you once planted leaves you unexplained and your heart feeling slanted. Love hurts you the most when you take it for granted. Depression settles in when your castle's not enchanted. The feeling of losing your love that you once planted leaves you unexplained and your heart feeling slanted. I'm sitting in the corner as I write this verse, with my head down thinking I was just a curse, wishing to myself, can this time reverse? But it only gets harder and then it gets worse. This really isn't fair cause you pushed me to the side. 3 years of loving, never thought you'd say goodbye. When I wake up in the morning and look up to the sky, I pray you for forgiveness, but I hear the reply. And how could this be? I'm feeling so damn lost. I used to be a hard nigga, but now I feel soft. See, this is what happens when the woman of your life turns and leaves you hanging and stabs you with a knife in the back, as you can feel the pain make its way to my soul. It's lifeless, I can see the gateway. Love hurts you the most when you take it for granted. Depression settles in when your castle's not enchanted. The feeling of losing your love that you once planted leaves you unexplained and your heart feeling slanted. Love hurts you the most when you take it for granted. Depression settles in when your castle's not enchanted. The feeling of losing your love that you once planted leaves you unexplained and your heart feeling slanted.